Some reviews from the old DWRG regarding Full Circle. Firstly, from Mike Jenkins on the 19th of the 10th, 01. Tell them the script is weak is what the elderly decider should have said. While there are some interesting concepts, it is overrated and can't quite deliver on all the levels on which it tries to. Some of the acting, most notably Matthew Waterhouse, is a little subpar, and while it is generally good Whovian and deserving of a 6 to 7 out of 10, when compared with the masterpiece that people told me it was exceedingly disappointing. Some of the more interesting aspects include the Marshman outfits and the design for the Starliner, but this fails to make it a classic due to the lack of tight plotting. Many say that Meglos is the weakest story of this season, but I would say that it's this one. Meglos is somewhat of an underrated gem, while this is somewhat of an overblown average run-of-the-mill monster story with some interesting concepts that go nowhere. James Bree and of course Tom Baker give excellent performances, but the rest of the Alzarians, or Taradonians, whichever you prefer, are faceless and poorly characterized, most notably Adric's renegade brother, to say nothing of Adric himself. This intellectual child prodigy is seen more as a bumbling fool, and I wish Lala Ward had been given more to do, as their acting talents are wasted. In many ways, the story is a premonition of the era we are going to experience, the Davison era, with interesting styles and concepts, but a lack of focus with a poor delivery of those ideas. I have heard a few cite this as one of Tom Baker's top 5 best stories. To them I say, watch City of Death and then we'll talk classic Tom stories. The idea of concealing fact to the public is intriguing, but once again not carried off very well, and the same with the whimsical idea of no one knowing how to pilot the ship. While the Marshmen are fairly well realised, it's hard to keep a straight face when viewing the horrible spiders. Romana summed it up. They're only spiders. Some of the more high-caliber acting comes from the conversations between the Doctor and the Siders, which feature some of the best Fourth Doctor humour from this season. K9, as usual, is in good form. So in retrospect, the story is a mixed bag, but the weak script cannot be excused, and the story doesn't quite deserve all the praise that it gets.